Greetings, everybody. I am so proud of you that you've made it through the first 18 classes. Now you're at harvest and you are ready to pluck your mangoes and your avocados and your everything else you want to put in this green salad called your life. You know I'm a vegan, so I got to keep it real. But I'm proud of you. I am proud of you that you made it this far. So now it is time for you to enjoy the fruits of your labor, literally, right? It is time for you to enjoy the fruits of your labor. It's time to harvest. What does that look like? Well, you're going to have 6 interactive classes this time, and I put an underline and a bold print on the idea of interactive. This class, you've gotten so much information thus far. You've taken sowing, you've taken sprout, you've taken bloom. You've probably taken our O'Shea Ifa class, our Ori Decoded class, our Change Your Mind series. You've probably taken our Love and Happiness series. You've probably taken those along the way too. Why wouldn't you? That's like about another good 10 hours of good information. But if you've taken all of those classes along with the 3 courses that you've taken, it's time to apply now. Because in order to harvest, you really have to know how to apply everything you've had or learned in order for it to harvest. Just because it's sprouted and bloom doesn't mean you're going to get the fruit, because those crops can go bad at any time. You have to delicately manage them the entire time until those fruit form. We're here to help you with that part. This is going to be an awesome interactive class based upon everything you've learned. I can't urge you enough that every class from sowing, sprout to bloom, leading to harvest, I can't urge you to keep all that information and keep studying it. Don't put the information down. This is a lifestyle. This is not a diet, y'all. I don't want y'all to get used to information and then just let it sit on the shelf until you take another class. Ori is always with you. That's the difference between Ori and Orisha. This thing never leaves me and it never leaves you. So you have to constantly sow, sprout, bloom, harvest. You have to constantly do it. It never stops. You have to sow, sprout, bloom, harvest in every area of your life, from your health to your finances, to your relationships, to your children, if you have them, to the victories that you're seeking in life. You will constantly be doing this process. So don't put this down. We want you to become an Ori master. An Ori master. By now, you've learned that Ori is the #1 deity over all other deities. Outside of the highest power, we know who that is. But every other deity other than that comes second to your mind. You know why? Because Ori is always with you. And this is the thing that will stop you from harvesting. If you're having issues with finances, health, relationships, children, on a consistent basis, maybe it's cool now, but it tends to fade, or you tend to lose the money, or spouses tend to leave and it tends to break up after 3, 4, 5 years. Like, why is that? Why do you think that is? That's because there's something in the mind. There's something that you've sown that you're not applying. There's something that you haven't sown that needs to be applied. There's something in between this process that is stagnating your growth. You can't harvest without this process. So, with that being said, I want to welcome you to the Harvest series, which is the last of the series. We're going to get interactive in this one. Really interactive and vulnerable, and put stuff on the line, because we want to see you harvest. That's why we're here. We've all gone through this class. Now it's your turn. It is your turn to stand in that light, in that sunlight, and witness the blessings of Ishegun, of victory, and have your victory lap. But you got to go through something to get it. And that's going to require that you It's going to require that you let go of some things that no longer serve you and get to the root of issues. All right, so we're going to help you with some tools and some good information, spiritual blessings and information that you can utilize throughout this process so that you can enjoy the fruits of your labor at the end of this process. I am Baba Makanjula. We will see you in harvest season. All right? If you have any questions, you know how to reach us. Ashe. Have a great day. Have a great harvest season. Enjoy each class. Put your all into each class. Have all of your information available in your mind and on paper or in your computer. I give thanks for you making it this far. I really, truly do. It takes a lot to stick with this, and I understand what it's like. So trust me, I'm not taking it for granted. I appreciate you for everything you're doing. Keep going. We will see you in harvest. Ashe.